Guys, Prophet Elvin Soa is back again with an update in regards to his monthly broadcast that he initiates with Accra FM, and it is happening. So I'm here to give you all the updates with regards to their subject areas. And in this particular video, we are going to talk about the new IGP, that is Yohuno, and and we are going to talk about the dollar heading towards 19 cities. Prophet Telvin Soa brings an update on that as well, and what is going to happen in particular for the dollar to appreciate more, and then the city depreciating to 19 cities, equivalent, obviously. So we are just going to talk about that in a couple of minutes after you watch this video with Prophet Telvin Soa having to break everything down in regards to the new police system and the city depreciating to 90 city. Let's go get it.
Oh man, no, so far, saying.
Oh, Nyamiadum, Koni Kakra Kakra, it's not easy, but Nyamiadum, we are according to plan. And at the end of the day, everything will come into its conclusion.
Yanyi say, oh yeah, Odifo, wasen come say, o mampeni bi beba kunya so awaba. Senia o man kono as a Ghanaian. When it home. Is that what you prayed for?
What I prayed for, it is too early to determine the outcome very early, but obviously some few things that has been done is very promising, and I believe say constantly something better will come out of it. And I maybe Judy say in planting you will just notice the sand and then the seed, but then in harvesting you can see the fruits and the tree. So right now I think it's in the season of planting, so we can just notice the dirt and then the water and then the seed, but at the end of the day we may see the tree and the fruits. That's the foundation.
My main started to say the other day Oba can say who said there will be two major decisions. I was so mampeni John Dramani Mahama Oteki said or this sika Ghana yewono ebewura agric mu and I say ebe gold investment.
All right.
Ma o can say mampeni edi sika no be kwa to gold like or the be invest in gold.
In gold, yeah.
Now initially it will be good in the eyes of people.
Right.
Papa 2025 budget what kind kakra.
One or two stuff be around.
Yes. Oshe sika aban edira gold muno gold board muno. It's about $279 million. And sika odera Greek muno 1.5 billion Ghana cedis. That's just check here. It's about 3 times a Greek DNO.
A Greek DNO, okay.
Zofo, only empenifo akasa.
Absolutely.
Omutie, ana omutie.
Oh, omutie bi. Yeah, obviously omutie bi.
Na gold is say because seni ade na ekono we initial investment omoye.
Yeah.
And omode a Greek DNO times 3. Every gold investment no. Ebekoye.
At the end of the day, everything will change towards the agriculture.
Okay.
Yes. In the next movement, it will be all on the Greek side. Until things are going to go for the better. In that oh yeah, Niama change our Greek. Yeah, the communication has been done, but Niama change our Greek. The reason is that something is about to happen.
Okay.
Once that thing is not honored, like the structure of time is not fully honored, and I make a try with the last time they say once the things that are supposed to be done are not done, and things that has to be do with a Greek is not taken, no, it will show its sign.
Okay.
Yeah. So once you see the sign, you will notice so quickly there will be U-turn, very quick, very fast.
Sign Ben no.
You will see how the economy will go. It's a very different situation altogether.
Now, they say gold no. Muhammad economy na.
Not at all. Not at all. In the beginning, it will look rosy, very beautiful. Obi anybody, you look at it, you listen to it, things are going one or two stuff, there will be some amount of money coming out and things like that. But at the end of the day, it won't go anywhere.
Because we share social media, mainstream media, no so say a man for any gold board, no say as a expectation is very high.
Exactly. It started very nicely, but then at the end of the day, sir, I remember I told you what is going to happen.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, yes.
O can say match BBC na BBC and na BBC to be BB. So for na the end now we expect to say be happen in March.
It is a catalyst in time. I'm the only one that can be able to deduce it. I'm just looking for my marking. Once I'm able to marking, I cannot determine the outcome of everything. Yes. They say the MAHAMA marking, MAHAMA marking as we go on, we'll begin to break things down.
Okay.
Into deeper fields. Yes.
Okay. Enti so far no o hwe sunsun mu a o man niema be ne asisa to ho a ba besi in a few months no and a few weeks no.
They come. There are a few things that are supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Number one.
Okay.
We started some few lists I'm about to bring forth.
Yeah. So for answer metro so no, we are live on Facebook Accra 100.5 FM and I feel later on no obehwe wo Kwakusampa TV. Kwakusampa TV and I feel Pen Dream TV. Ha, Pen Dream TV. Mo behwe wo ho. Eya Pen Dream for no. Mo eya mo mra Kwakusampa ko no. Mo na ye dey mo subscribe kakra na ye dey. Na kuja. Nti mo pusi kakra mra. Eya Kwakusampa mo beba no. Na branch manim de dwa bibia ye level. Branch here. So for adaro my uncle.
So there are a few things that are about to happen.
Okay.
By the grace of God, certain things be adjusted in time that I am looking at. There are some fields of operation and there are some agreements that is about to be broken. And at the end of the day, about releasing Ghana in 1 year time. In this year, one or two things will be done, which is just on a normal basis. But then there is something that is about to happen that will release Ghana from next year. And that will begin to launch a very different angle, which has to do with a lot of financial income and then infrastructures will begin to develop. Different things will be popping out, which is very, very unique in the structure of the country. So obviously, there are some things that are about to happen now as I speak to you from August that is going to change the face of the country next year.
Take form being there a release or minus
agreements be because of some contracts agreements which has to do with certain investments in the country.
Our sector being
in all the sectors from building and establishment of the military, things that has to do with the police system, so many things. The best say we know a flash of opening. It will begin. That's going to be the most important key principle that will save the face of the NDC people. What you say?
Okay. And no, a divine and say a omanpenino shishena. Amasani manaba.
A divine orchestration. We are bre papa.
Okay. And there, Muba home pie say, ain't no.
That's what is in time. We work and merge time, so that's what is going to happen within the timeline. Yes.
Hey. Enti ebema from next year Kodoniama beba for.
Things will be well adjusted. Exactly. It will bring things into a level, say we'll be able to enjoy certain things in this country that is very feasible.
Okay. Ebema dollar na form.
Not at all. It won't affect the dollar in any way. The situation of the dollar being at 19 Ghana cedis is a situation where there is something that Donald Trump will be doing. The thing that Donald Trump will be doing is what is going to cause that chaos. It has nothing to do with the president of Ghana.
So for Donald Obede,
it's about to make unique movement, which is beyond imagination. Exactly. First things first. Also, you hear about a lot of things going on, situations become about the Russia-Ukraine wars and other stuff. Obaba puts a lot of economic strategic movement. Once it starts doing that, the American currency will be strengthened beyond imagination. That's where we fall. Because we were not prepared for that. It surprised us. And once the surprise comes in, our currency will come crumbling. It will not go up again.
Hey. Hey,
Not this year. Next year is when you begin to feel its impact. But this year will be $1 on top. I remember I told you that in this same year the currency will shoot like crazy and then drop immediately, and then we'll adjust again, and then quickly I had to change $100 for almost 18 Ghana cedis.
And no say me sure say or mine no na aye bibi.
Exactly. But then they were not ready for something that happened, and that was what took them by surprise.
Say you have $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, even $10,000. What will you do with that amount of money? Do you want to put it in savings? Because that's bullshit. You want to put it in treasury bill? That is double bullshit. You want to put it in bonds? That's triple bullshit. Do you know what you can do with that money? You need to go all in. This is the time. I feel it so hard. This is the time that millionaires will be made in the space of 4 years and even beyond, right? So this is the time to slap your money in cryptos. This is the time to invest your money in stocks. This is the time to, do margin trading in forex and synthetic indices and all of that, right? I am the right mentor for you. I'm the one who is going to show you the rightful strategy, how this thing works. No cap. Absolutely no cap, right? So I'm doing a promo and we have, canceled $80 to $40. You pay. I'm going to mentor you in whatever department you want me to mentor you in. And it's just nuggets, no bullshit, right? My name is Sean Nixon, and let's meet at the other side. Let's go. So there you have it. I think with regards to the police system, I will talk less on that because it's just based on restructuring and all of that. I think the previous I've said to somebody, if not in this one of these podcasts, that the IGP, the previous IGP, I've forgotten his name, has done a lot of good job. Dampare, yeah, that's Dampare, has done a good job. But I think with regards to prophets and pastors and all of that, I think a lot of pastors and prophets have issues with Dampare. Now we have a new IGP, Yohuno, right? Yohuno, I think he's a Krobo by yep. So the one thing I want to talk about that is in my prerogative, I want to talk about that because it's around my subject area, that is finance. I think the city depreciating to 90 cities, prophecies is going to happen, and there's nothing we can do about that, or even the government, officials, executive, those guys, they can't do anything about it. The president can't do anything about it, obviously, and because the factor that will influence that particular weakening of the city is going to come from Donald Trump. And that is to say that it's going to come from the American government, right? And trust me, I love one thing that Prophet Telvin Soa said. He said, uniquely, Trump is going to give some unique executive orders that is going to, affect the Ghana cities and strengthen the dollar. And believe me, it is going to be the dollar strengthening against many other currencies, right? Currently, I think the pound is doing way better than the dollar, in a short time frame. I think the pound is doing way better, but the dollar is definitely going to gather momentum and beat the pound. Because my bet for the dollar, this particular is the dollar performing against or outperforming the pound. But it looks like the otherwise is happening. But then that's just by the way. What are the things that affect the depreciation of the cedi? You know, to the extent that what will happen will be, beyond the factors, the usual factors that we know, right? What is Trump doing right and what is Ghana doing wrong? Obviously, if one currency is having to perform against the other currency, I mean, the already done economic activities that have been accumulated for a very long time in our economy that hasn't been modified yet. If the economy sits dormant and nothing is changed about all of these factors that influence you know, the strength or weakness of our currency. If you know the opponents or the other country that we trade with, that is the dollar, are figuring things out, modifying things, and then fixing their economy, and our economy is sitting dormant, obviously it's going to affect us, right? So I think nothing can be done about it. That's what Prophet Elvin Soa said, but I believe things should be adjusted so that we don't feel, because when the dollar goes up like that, a lot of people go, it affects everything, really everything. So we can't really stand that. I hope it doesn't stay there for a very long time. Prophet Ibe, I said Prophet Ibe, as Prophet Telvin Soa said in the previous podcast, that it is going to go to 93, wouldn't take long, the economy will reset, and then things will come back to normal. So I hope that is very quick, because not every Ghanaian will be able to stand the dollar having to appreciate and the city having to depreciate to 19 cities, obviously, right? So Prophet Alvin Soa still insists that it's going to happen and give us the ways it will happen, and it's going to definitely come from Donald Trump. That's all I want to say on this video. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe, share, like this video, put out some post notification if you've not done any of that, and subscribe to the backup channel as well.